Well, hey guys, Jeff Danker, Buck Ventures Outdoors. Today I am going to bring to you tips and tactics on using a deer decoy. The one thing a decoy is going to do, guys, you have to use it at the right time of the year. A decoy can hurt any of us hunters if we don't know how to use it and use it at the wrong time. Specifically, we don't want to use it early season most of the time, or I wouldn't suggest it. And I don't want to use it during a lockdown period where a big buck might have a doe. And the reason we're using a decoy a lot of times is just maybe we need him. We don't have that funnel or that pinch point, and that can create that for you. It can create that deer coming close enough, and you might say, well, all I need is these deer calls. As good as the Woodhaven calls are, a lot of times in our setups, a deer can look and they've heard the call and they're interested, but they don't have anything to lock onto. Maybe you're in a single tree and they can see and there's nothing there, and they're got a little smell over here, and they just keep going. So that is kind of what you're after. One of the number one things I like to do, guys, I like to hunt a decoy in the morning, usually from like October 25th on. You're looking for that buck that's by himself. He's frustrated. I like the mornings better because a lot of times them big bucks are on those destination fields. They've looked all night long. They're frustrated. And man, when you hit them with a call, whether you're blind calling or you actually see him over there 200 or 300 yards, and you can just call to him. And a guy, it's not like you have to be a world champion caller. It's just a more of a big grunt to him. And that's why I like the Woodhaven. I can really, if he's way over there, I can get him to hear it. And then he just looks and he sees that deer and he locks on. And a lot of times that's all you have to give him. You don't have to give him another call, and he will beeline to there. Now, years and years, they always taught to put a decoy out about 25 yards, even 30 yards at times, and turn that thing pointing towards you. And the reason is everybody said that them deer will come to the head. A buck will come to the head of another buck. And you know what? As I've seen it in the woods, I've even watched videos, I think that to be false. I think most deer, when they come to fight, if you really watch, they're going to be coming to head to butt. And then at the last second, this being ahead, this being ahead, they turn. So they're walking butt to butt, head to butt, and then they turn into their head. So I have found that I like my decoy. First of all, I never want to put him more than 15 yards out. I like him quartering away. A lot of reason I like this is because, let's just say I've called him in, I hit him with the intimidator and get him to come over, and all of a sudden he's kind of bristled up and he stops out there at 25 yards like, I don't know about this. I can still get him shot. And if I go the old route, what they taught of 25 to 30 yards, now he stops at 40, 42 yards on alert, it's probably not a shot we want to take. So back to the decoy that I use, I don't think there's a right or wrong. I like the DSD. I think it's the most realistic decoy on the market. It's kind of heavy. I strap it to my backpack to get in and out. But it really works. I've seen it get by a lot of does, which you guys know is hard to do. And we've killed some in the evening with them too. I just think in the mornings, a lot of times you're dealing with less deer, right? A lot of times that first buck you see in the morning is that biggin'. Where in the evening, I like sitting on a field with it, and a lot of times you're going to have to encounter lots of does first. Not to say you can't get by with that. One in particular hunt I can even remember, we shot a big deer we called Heavy in the evening and got by some does with that deer, or that decoy. But again, I like the mornings the best. Frustrated deer, stay away from when they're locked down, stay away from early season. But again, have you some calls, make sure and blind call, all that. And make sure, one of the biggest things, do not startle the deer. In other words, don't put a decoy in the timber where they're going to come around a tree and he's going to be there 30 yards. More than likely, you're going to spook that deer. But anyway, this is just a few tips I have that might help you this year. Go get you a decoy, have fun with it. Hope you shoot you a big old buck.